Religion is not a department of life, it is something that enters into the whole of it. The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. To have faith is to trust yourself to the water. When you swim, you don't grab hold of the water, because if you do you will sink and drown. Instead you relax and float. I have realized that the past and future are real illusions, that they exist in the present, which is what there is and all there is. We cannot be more sensitive to pleasure, without being more sensitive to pain. But the attitude of faith is to let go, and become open to truth, whatever it might turn out to be. I owe my solitude to other people. The ego is nothing other than the focus of conscious attention. Never pretend to a love which you do not actually feel, for love is not ours to command. No valid plans for the future can be made by those who have no capacity for living now. So then, the relationship of self to other is the complete realization that loving yourself is impossible without loving everything defined as other than yourself. Things are as they are. Looking out into it, the universe at night, we make no comparisons between right and wrong stars, nor between well and badly arranged constellations. You are that vast thing that you see far, far off with great telescopes. Reality is only a Rorschach ink blot, you know. You and I are all as much continuous with the physical universe, as a wave is continuous with the ocean. Omnipotence is not knowing how everything is done, it's just doing it. Technology is destructive only in the hands of people who do not realize that they are one and the same process as the universe. But at any rate, the point is that God is what nobody admits to being, and everybody really is. Unless one is able to live fully in the present, the future is a hoax. We identify in our experience a differentiation between what we do and what happens to us. But to me nothing the negative, the empty is exceedingly powerful. So what is discord at one level of your being is harmony at another level. And the attitude of faith is the very opposite of clinging to belief, of holding on. In other words, a person who is fanatic in matters of religion, and clings to certain ideas about the nature of God and the universe, becomes a person who has no faith at all. Faith is a state of openness or trust. The religious idea of God cannot do full duty for the metaphysical infinity. Zen does not confuse spirituality with thinking about God. While one is peeling potatoes, Zen spirituality is just to peel the potatoes. Wars based on principle are far more destructive. The attacker will not destroy that which he is after. But we try to pretend, you see, that the external world exists altogether independently of us. The reason we want to go on and on is because we live in an impoverished present. The difficulty for most of us in the modern world is that the old-fashioned idea of God has become incredible or implausible. The style of God venerated in the church, mosque, or synagogue seems completely different from the style of the natural universe. If you study the writings of the mystics, you will always find things in them that appear to be paradoxes, as in Zen, particularly. The moralist is the person who tells people that they ought to be unselfish, when they still feel like egos, and his efforts are always and invariably futile. A myth is an image in terms of which we try to make sense of the world.